Итак, всем привет. Сегодня у нас Ronnie Sullivan, John Higgins.
Well, that was absolutely incredible. I had the pleasure of seeing him live also at a function. Mind you, Ronnie O'Sullivan's not bad with the old football either. Pretty good footballer is Ronnie.
Чемпионат мира 2011 года, четвертьфинал, 7-й фрейм. Рефери Лео Скалион.
Pretty close, but not close enough, and he may be unlucky if that red passes.
One.
Just shows you sometimes you'll take a long pot on as a shot to nothing, and it can be costly. Whatever happens now, John Higgins can't be behind going into the second session tomorrow afternoon. 8 frames to be played here. He already has 4. A 6-2 advantage takes a bit of pulling back no matter who's playing, Steve.
And actually, if John Higgins were to convert this opportunity to go 5-2 in front, it wouldn't really be because Ronnie O'Sullivan has done much wrong. Just the vagaries of tactical play
50.
and how the balls roll can sometimes produce one dominant player and one who's on the back foot. But it's a 3-session match. Tough match for both players in the quarterfinals as well, obviously because of Ronnie O'Sullivan's strange
22.
ranking this season.
23.
Yeah, these two playing would grace any final, and especially a World Championship. So really, both these players are playing their own final out here.
Ведет атаку Джон.
And actually, snooker fans have a feast of snooker this second week.
29.
Yeah, all 8 players are in with a chance. And funny enough, Mark Selby went favourite at 11-4. Ronnie O'Sullivan, John Higgins 4-1. Of course, the Welsh potting machine, Mark Williams 5-1. The Chinese
34.
sensation Ding Zhongwei 13-2.
35.
And if you wanted a slight outside bet, Judd Trump at 10-1. It'd be a few pounds on him in the Bristol area, you would feel. Well, I don't know whether a bit of noise on the other table put John off. He's well used to that, but he never even got in the jaws of the pocket.
Ошибся Джон на черном с точки. И шанс у Ронни О'Салливана.
1.
Look at this shot. He's got an angle on the blue. Well, he can't go straight into the pink, but he could off a couple of cushions with loads of topspin. Look at the action he's got on it. How's your luck? It could have been better. There's a red for the middle, but the fact that the black's gone up the other end of the table, difficult to get to his next colour.
Yes, he might have to play for the blue in the corner.
7.
He's played 2 great opening balls in this first.
He made sure of the blue and
12.
didn't expect the white to land on the black.
Superbly struck, and with insurance as well. Just checking where he needs the cue ball. Oh, you can't hit a ball better than that, yeah, because of the cover-up.
Yeah, that's the angle he has to get round to the blue that Steve mentioned.
90.
Anywhere near the line. He doesn't want to hit the blue.
Довольно сложными шагами приходится двигаться Ронни.
He's going to have to pull off a terrific black to get back to those reds. That's a beautiful shot. That really is a frame-winning shot if you ever seen one, but he's still got quite a few to pot. But what a shot he's
26.
pulled out there, Steve.
What a risk that was. Staring
27.
5-2 in the face. Taking on that black. Ronnie O'Sullivan does have the temperament to play.
Well, he missed a red like this earlier that would have given him a frame. Not this
Bottom
time.
4.
Как сказал Стив Дэвис, вернее Деннис Тейлор, что удар по черному, скорее всего, победный.
Just one slip up and he's in, and that is what
41.
John
42.
But the black, at the time I mentioned it, a shot that deserves to win any frame once he knocked it in.
Snooker's equivalent of two sharks swimming around. The moment one smells blood, the other
49.
pounces.
Well, these are two great white sharks. We had one in golf, Greg Norman, but
56.
so every chance now that Ronnie O'Sullivan could go into tomorrow's play all square. It didn't look like that.
И стандартная концовка
62.
остается.
64.
The big break starting to go in now.
67.
And now this from Ronnie O'Sullivan. It's building beautifully, this quarter-final. Regardless
71.
of what happens in the last frame of this session, tomorrow is going to be a fascinating day for this match.
76. 82.
That's a beautiful 89 clearance from Ronnie O'Sullivan. One mistake from the Wizard of Wishaw, and he had to sit in his seat and watch Ronnie clear up to get back to be just one behind.
And basically he just went through the gearbox and thought, I need to win this frame here with a visit, and that's exactly what he did. But the quality of his cueing in that break and the way he went about it and the circumstances just make him what he is, close to a genius if he isn't one.
I would agree with John Parrott. There's not many players you would use the word genius about in any sport, but Ronnie O'Sullivan and the game of snooker.
Отличный брейк в предыдущем фрейме сделал Ронни, а теперь 8-й фрейм. Последний фрейм сессии.
So final frame of this session.
Yes, tomorrow is a very exciting day for Crucible snooker fans, and a chance for all 8 players to get to the one table setup. That in itself an achievement.
Yes, it becomes a whole new venue, especially for a player that's never played on the one table situation. You have lots of room.
John didn't hit that very well. He was trying to hold for the black, very soft screw. I'm trying to put the cue ball where Ronnie's playing it now. Everything else about the shot was okay.
Неплохая попытка была.
Go in overnight with a 2-frame advantage, and it does affect the frame, doesn't it?
Yes, it always seems like the last frame's worth 2 frames, stupidly. This has got to be cued nicely. Oh, he put side spin on as well to avoid the kiss on the pack. Speculative shot, bit of a shot to nothing.
He's played for the red next to the black. It looked as if he was going to get down and crash into the pink and reds. Well, if the black was back on its spot, that'll help the situation, because there is a red at the back of the bunch that may pot if he leaves the white.
John Higgins can have no complaints. And the reason will be that one easy black he missed in the last frame.
That's developed.
С отличного дальнего красного начал атаку Ронни. И он намерен здесь сделать счет равным в сессии.
Only a fraction.
21.
Some work to do now,
28.
Dennis.
And it's awkward queuing. He needs the extended spider. Well, he's got everything in his hand. The referee's got the spider.
29.
Was potable. The one you can just see at the back there. And this is the key shot coming up. This will open most of the
46.
game up. And he's got to make sure he doesn't stick on the cushion.
37.
Superbly played. A lot of players would have played that a lot harder. Well, and he's made a frame-winning opportunity here from a situation that wasn't guaranteed. Well, he's going to have to cut this red in. Bit unfortunate, I think, the other way
52.
that ended up.
53.
Yeah, he played that beautifully.
Должно быть, все ключевые моменты преодолел Ронни в этом фрейме.
Well, it's definitely going to be 4 frames all. It has been a fascinating.
56.
I've enjoyed
57.
every single minute of this. Nothing to pick between the two players, just a couple of mistakes.
It's been quick-fire stuff as well, even though it's not been
62.
totally a break-building session. It's been some
63.
good tactics. 15 minutes a frame.
It's amazing.
68.
John Higgins was at 96% success rate, and he's only going to be all square with Ronnie O'Sullivan.
69.
Under 2 hours at the moment.
Но еще есть шанс сделать сочную серию в этом фрейме.
Now, if he
77.
could make a century, it's quite amazing, really. I said that John Higgins and both Ronnie had made 104 centuries in their professional career at the Crucible.
83. 84.
5 centuries if he can make one here, and it'll be the 50th of this year's World Championship. One good long pot and he'll get the century. Well, he was round. He was up and walking round before the red got anywhere near the pocket. Absolutely fantastic
97.
stuff here. When one has played well, the others responded. And there's that 50th century in this year's Betfred.com
105.
World Championship. At the Crucible. It doesn't matter about the yellow. It's been a fabulous session of snooker. I've enjoyed every single minute of it. Both players making century breaks, and they go to tomorrow's second session all square.